Storm, the storm, the storm, y'all. Tried to take us out. Test my audio real quick. Switch the phone. Should audio. Let's go. Let's finish this. My apologies, y'all. The storm, the storm, the storm. It is what it is. Storm took us out, but we back. Wrap this, put a little bow on this before it hits us again. So I want to make sure we finish this out as our service to the people. Yeah, I was going to I was taking a sidebar, but I'm gonna get this. This is key. Hopefully we won't get hit again. Protect us, Lord. I'm just gonna put another title on this real quick. For this last segment. So you got your before school checklist and after school checklist. This is how I use this. I put both on the refrigerator. My son gets up, see, Monday through Friday. His responsibility is to check that list off. But you have to make sure that the young person is doing these tasks to your expectation, not to theirs. Wake up on time, prepare for your day, get clean and get dressed, eat breakfast, morning chores if there are any, pack up. But the after school checklist really, it can alleviate the before the school checklist. It can make it easy for them. So when you come home from school, whether I'm there or not, you follow this checklist. Put your belongings where they need to be. This includes your backpack and lunch bag. If you change out of your school clothes, make sure you put them away neatly. Check. Grab a snack. Make sure that your snack is something that your parents have approved. Check. Complete all of your homework. You see the caps on all. Take time to get all of your homework completed. If you have a project or a test or quiz coming up, do what you can to prepare. Let me give y'all this thought. Just in case your son, daughter, niece, nephew, grandbaby is unmotivated and it relates to homework, give them this statement. Tell them Mr. Cage gave it to you. Homework is not a chore. Yeah, because sometimes what will happen is unidentified people will jump, because I've had that before, or unidentified person jumped in a Zoom and took it over and spammed it. So I had to, when I saw that, I had to get on it quick. Because we don't want to be spammed unless, Jazz, you invited somebody. But if you did, just let me know. And the, what is it called? In the chat. But if not, I had to get that person out quick. Let's see. This is Brother Brian. Check to verify, y'all. been bombed before. That's Mrs. Brian. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Okay, I didn't invite anyone. There it is. Yeah, I'm verifying Brian before I go into these. Do your chores, free time, be creative. But as I wait on him to confirm, okay, he said it is. So doing your chores, what are the household chores that you are responsible for completing? Try hard to get them done without being asked. Checked. Free time can include going outside, playing games, watch TV, or reading a book. Be sure your parents approve your free time activity. So this after school checklist can be used if we're at home and if we're not at home. The last one says be creative, try doing something different, something creative. This can be, I don't know what the rest of it says, but I got this from Teachers Paying Teachers, TPT. It costs maybe a couple of bucks. Get the PDF, print it out, put it on the refrigerator, make sure you hold those kids accountable. Whether your child is old enough to be at home by themselves or not, this is still an accountability checklist where they get in the habit of routine of coming home, going right to the checklist before you do anything. Let's hit the checklist. Excuse me. But it because kids need a visual. We can tell them, and then we can wonder why they don't remember. Well, you can tell them all you want to, but if you don't tell them and give them a visual, then they may not remember. But if you tell them and get a visual, it will they accomplishing something and they seeing it visually. And though they may not understand at the moment what's taking place, long term they will, because they'll build that habit to say, okay, man, I'm checklist, I'm done, check, I'm done, check, I'm done. Then at the end of the week, you see all these checks, and then you congratulate them for it. And even with younger kids, you can get them stickers to put on. You don't necessarily have to be a checklist. My son, he just checks it off because he ain't every grade. But if it was a younger child, you can use stickers as well. And then before school checklist, let's wake up on time. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. So to wake up on time, then you have to go to bed on time. So that's what this after school checklist does. It gives them a plan to follow without you having to, you're going to stay on them, of course, but it gives them a visual to where you can hold them accountable and they can hold themselves accountable. I think the missing link is to make sure that they are rising up to the expectation of what you set in the household and not them. Not them. Okay, Jasper, this is what she had for her daughter. A reward chart. Yep, got it. Thank you, man, for sharing that. Good stuff. So then you go wake up on time, prepare for your day. Do you have any tests? If there's something happening after school, knowing what to expect can help your day go smoothly. Get up on time. It gives you enough time to get ready without having to rush out the door. If you feel like you're not getting enough rest, try to go to sleep earlier. Clean and get dressed. This includes taking care of your hygiene, showering, brush your teeth, comb your hair, and make sure your clothes are neat. Eat breakfast. Eating breakfast helps keep you energized during the day. Eat something that will keep you full until lunchtime. Morning chores. Are there any chores that you are responsible for in the morning? This might include making your bed, feeding your pet, or cleaning up your room. And then before, I'm trying to see what this says. I can't really see it. Well, basically, let me go back. I'm sorry. I'm trying to go back and not forward. Before you leave the house, I don't know what this says. But if you want this list, let us know and we will get that to you. You can just text us. You can text You can text checklist, the word checklist to 773-599-1133 if you want the checklist. It's a very good tool. It's very simplistic too. And I'm gonna run through this last one. This is the behavior checklist that we have used when we were working at middle schools facilitating potential. We will print this out and have the students assess themselves as far as home behavior, school behavior, and it's another one. I didn't screenshot the whole checklist. It's home behavior, it's school behavior, and it's community behavior. So as you can see, home behaviors, I follow directions from my parents / guardian the first time I'm told. And I tell them, be honest. You know if you're doing this or not. And then they go through it and then we discuss it. So what happens is that when the students go and do this, we look for trends amongst them all. So there have been times where we had nine students do it, and we would look at the list and see which of the nine that they had in common, and then we will build talking points around those nine. But if you're doing it with your son or daughter, and when I say doing it, I mean specifically the checklist itself, then you can still build talking points and find out the why connects to them. Let them assess themselves, and then you read it, and then you give them your perspective on it, and it's going to bring conversation, which is going to help you understand them, help them understand you and your expectations. It's going to be a real healthy exchange. If you don't take it personal, you take it personal, and you find yourself in your emotions about what they're saying, then it can be unhealthy. Lastly, additional strategies parents can use to boost their child's academic success and behavior. Set a routine, which we discussed with these tools that we have given. Be patient and consistent. Patient. I am self-aware of my emotions and how I am bothered. Because parents, we see the potential that our kids don't. And sometimes we impose things on them consciously and subconsciously. We have to manage our emotions. So be patient and consistent. The more patient that you are, the more consistent that you will be. Have set consequences for behavior, whether those consequences are positive or negative. Give praise as much as possible and communicate with your child. Communicate means trying to understand what was your thought process about that versus why did you do that? There are times for that. As a parent, you do have to hold your child accountable. But what we don't want to happen is that they begin to predict our behavior and what we gonna do, and that can equate to them shut down before we even get started in our communication. Additional strategies parents can use to boost your child's academic success and behavior. Ask your child what you learned about life and the content. How can you apply this content to your life? Habits are decisions on autopilot, y'all. We have completed it through the storm. For one-on-one and group sessions, you can contact us by scanning the QR code below. It will take you to one of our platforms so where we can gather your information and reach out to you. So I'll leave that up for a second, and then we will do a unshare. Thank you for being patient with us through the storm. This 3 weeks has been a journey, but our goal was to make sure that we supported our communities, whether it was Joliet, Romeoville, Lockport, Bolingbrook, New Lenox, and or if it was just all across the United States of America or all over the world via the internet. We want to provide some conceptual stuff, but some practical strategies that can help us bridge the gap. Give parents a guide, not the blueprint, but a blueprint to help enhance your child's academic success and behavior. And I believe we've done an awesome job with that. Best of faith to you, your child, or your children, and the school. The school year will officially start for us next week, but we wanted to get some tools and equipment and practical strategies to help you and help our community. Because if we can impact one child, one family, we have impacted our community. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being patient. Thank you for investing your time. As always, be great at what you do, but aim to be greater at who you are.